Alright, so today I have in store a little bit of a different style of video. I'm just going to be kind of going around the garden and taking inventory of like the different types of winter projects that may need to be done this winter, or probably definitely will. Of course, a lot of this will be weather dependent, right? There will be some things that need to be harvested, but the ground has to be somewhat thawed to be able to do that. But it's been a pretty productive season. There's been a lot of growth, and a lot of that growth will need to be taken into account and maintained, and some of that growth harvested, returned to the landscape, or harvested as food. Right, so gardening or food production is really kind of like a year-round thing, right? Of working with that landscape, helping to maintain its productivity and its life. You know, it kind of goes through all four of those seasons. So we just got a pretty good snow. I mean, it's not too much, but a decent amount, especially this early in the season. You know, we're looking at early December here, and we can see the sumacs as well with their fruit clusters, bobs as they're called. So pretty nice winter scenery. This snow can help to act as like a bit of a thermal insulation, or insulation from the frost for underneath the soil. Alright, so a little hard to see right now, but we have some parsnips here that are ready to be harvested, sitting under some snow at the moment, but we can kind of see parsnip leaf for sure right there. So in any warm-ish spell, I can come out here with a pitchfork and harvest a bunch more parsnips. I already harvested some, I think a week ago or so, made like a really delicious parsnip dip. So that was pretty cool. Alright, so here we have some dried out milkweed stalks. Of course, with some leftover seeds. I've been meaning to collect some more of these seeds and take them out and plant them around the property so we can get more, so I can get some more milkweed plants growing and that kind of thing. This is the salsify. This was a salsify plant that was blooming late in the season, actually. It looks like it's been torn apart pretty well by rabbits at this point. Like all the flowers, all the tender parts of that plant have been pretty much consumed. So that's interesting. Kind of look like deer tracks. So here we have some hugelkultur mounds of some rocks that I had back in of some logs that I had put down 4 or 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago probably now, and then all this, you know, soily type matter and clumps of grass and, you know, weeds and, you know, all that detritus now packed down with snow. Each year I keep threatening to plant in there, but may try to plant some beans, you know, a crop that doesn't need too much external nitrogen, but it can kind of produce more of its own since we have that woody decaying biomass in there. Alright, so here we have some chokeberries, still need to be harvested. I've been harvesting a few of them and using them, but I still have some more things I can do with these, just not a whole bunch of time right at the moment. But these will hang on the plants for weeks, if not, you know, a few more months, if not like another month or two before they kind of darken and shrivel up and stuff. Not too much competition for other entities that want to consume this, but so no time rush there, but here they are. Alright, so I've been growing some cane fruits over the last few years, the raspberries, and then these are the blackberries, right? And some of these canes have gotten really big, like you can see, pretty big cane right here, and some of these are getting pretty tall too, and so actually they're going up through this sumac thing and then back down. So almost kind of using the sumac as a type of trellis. So probably experiment with that more in the future, but also some of these others I may prune back a little bit, you know, so we can get a little bit more airflow in here, especially later on in the season when things warm up and the berries start getting produced, so we can get more airflow in there to hopefully minimize any fungal issues. But yeah, they produce pretty good, pretty well this year. So of course, this is the sunchoke patch. The plants are kind of smaller this year because I didn't go through for the most part and like weed out, thin them out. But nonetheless, there will still be some good amount of sunchokes to harvest here. And then these stalks I'm going to harvest as well. Chip those up in the wood chipper, and then return those to the landscape as well. Right. And that'll help to cycle nutrients, build up that soil fertility. I'm not going to mulch on the sunchokes, but I'm going to take that biomass and put them elsewhere in the garden on non-lettuce family plants. Probably around some more hardy perennials, maybe like some of the cane fruits, right, like the blackberries or something like that, and help insulate that soil and add to its fertility. Of course, as always, another big winter project is to harvest these sumac canes, thin them out at least, and then chip those up in the earthway chipper. I use those, of course, for my potting mix that I use in the spring, and those wood chips get dumped back here. They break down and form a really nice substrate to put into pots and to start some plants in. Right, that microbial and fungal activity break down those ramial chips fairly fast, relatively fast, and those chips turn into a really nice humusy type substrate. Thank you so much for checking out this video on all these different garden projects that I have waiting for me to do. So of course some of the videos this winter will focus on some of those projects, and it's always exciting to be able to take part in this process and have that garden grow and increase in health each year, to continue to work with this landscape to increase ecological function, food productivity, and just all the learning potential that comes with it. It's really great. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe and consider joining as a member as well to help support the channel. And who knows, maybe that'll help make it easier for me to do even more bigger, time-intensive, projects in months or years to come. So thanks so much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.